Thank you. I always find graduation events very emotional. Graduation events and weddings, there's that promise of the future, of optimism, of excitement about what's to come. Thank you very much for this great honour. In this acceptance speech, I'd like to do three things. Firstly, obviously, congratulate you all. It's your day, and very well done. Mark Twain said, "The two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why." I picked up this book in one wet Wednesday afternoon in the school library, and I wanted to be an architect. It wasn't a job that was suggested to working class kids, and it still isn't, and that's something that I want to change. If there's one thing I want to do to inspire you further, is to stand here and for you to think, well, if he can do it, so can I. I have in my career derived as much enjoyment in seeing young people grow and develop than I have from all the fantastic projects I've been fortunate to work on in some amazing cities around the world. If you are passionate about what you do, whatever it is, you'll find out that there is always someone keen to mentor you and help you realize those dreams. You will find, as I have, that there are a handful of people you encounter in life that push you or pull you or guide you to the next level, the next challenge, the next opportunity. Seek them out, ask for guidance, they will help you. My dad died when I was 3. He was 38. Everyone in the Derbyshire village where I grew up would always tell me how kind, considerate, elegant, hard-working he was. He sang in the church choir. He was a brilliant amateur cricketer. If he had lived, I would have probably found out that he was just as flawed as the rest of us. But I grew up wanting to be that man. I haven't achieved it, but I have tried. I'm still trying. Make the most of your time. It goes by so quickly. We are the lucky ones. Secondly, I implore you to never stop learning. Never lose the appetite to be curious, to improve, to get better, to grow. It's not unusual to feel a sense of relief at this point. Some of you might be thinking, these are the last exams I'll ever have to take. I certainly did when I qualified as an architect. Exams can be stressful, but are seen as a necessary part of learning. But after a few years, I felt the urge to learn new skills, so I enrolled on a master's degree in project management, which filled the gaps of how to design, but also how to be creative and how to run a business. Andy Warhol was probably the first to demonstrate that art and business can mix, a factory of creativity, like Tamla Motown, although most of you will have to ask your parents about Tamla Motown. It's before your time, probably, but look into it. 10 years later, I did another master's degree in urban design, learning from other students with backgrounds in landscaping, in planning, in community engagement, and in property development. You have probably already discovered that you learn as much from your fellow students as you do your tutors. One of my aims as the president of the RIBA is to make online lifelong learning compulsory for architects and other industry professionals all over the world, to create a global community tackling our important worldwide issues, to increase social mobility in the profession, opening it up to diverse backgrounds, allowing anyone to develop their own career at their own pace, removing the stress of exams and the anxiety of qualification. Lastly, if you want to do anything, just start. Whether it's write a novel, run a marathon, yes, think it through first, but don't overthink it. Start it, get into it. It might take you in a completely different direction, but one thing's for sure, if you don't start, you won't find out where. Don't worry about failing. It's not failing, it's learning. Don't worry about coming second or third or 10th for that matter. Anyone who's watched the Olympics couldn't help but be inspired, not by those that had won, but also by those that had tried to win. The timing of this speech allows me to share an insight into my personality with you. I'm currently finishing off a competition run by the Norman Foster Foundation on how to rebuild Ukraine at Kharkiv after the war. The hand-in date is on the 12th of September, 6 days' time. I'm convinced I'm going to win, 100% positive. And I'm enjoying every minute I work on it. When the results come out in October and my name isn't announced, you will very well be able to say, what a loser. He stood there on that stage in September, convinced he was going to win. But in my mind, I will have achieved what I wanted to do, to develop innovative ideas, which I can use again, and learn some new skills and work with really interesting people. I'm lucky that I've never been afraid to lose, never been afraid to have my heart broken, my dreams shattered. And in my mind, I never have. Losing is not trying. But that's me. You will make your own choices, guided by your own unique personality. However you approach life, be kind, be considerate, stay curious, and in the words of the great architects Charles and Ray Eames, always be gracious. Thank you so much.